Step right up, fellow explorers. Welcome to today's, well, spectacularly goofy adventure. I'm your guide. Think of me as your resident silly playground joke master, and today we're opening up a completely interactive storybook adventure. We're looking at the exact moment where fur meets funny. That's right, we are looking at what actually happens when our furry best friends meet the giant, salty, wave-crashing bathtub we call the ocean for the very first time. So get ready for a whole lot of splashing.
So, what exactly happens when curious pups meet that giant, wet ocean for the absolute first time? Well, are you ready for a little guessing game? Because throughout this explainer, we aren't just looking at pictures. Oh no. We're going to try to read their furry little minds. Here's the deal for our interactive guessing game today. I'll show you a scenario, I'll ask a question, and I want you to literally shout out loud, yes, right at your screen, what you think the dog's internal punchline is. Go ahead, warm up those vocal cords. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's dive into this. Chapter 1, Splashing, Surfing, and Sinking.
All right, here's where we look at our first category of brave beach dogs. You know, the pups who hear the ocean calling and decide they absolutely must follow their destiny. Time for our very first pop quiz. What did the ocean say to the adventurous pup who decided that just collecting sticks was, well, way too boring? I'll give you a second to think about it. Got it? Shout it out. What's this dog's ultimate destiny?
Yes, it's proof that some dogs were literally born to surf, not just collect sticks. I mean, look at that form. Look at the total dedication. This dog isn't just playing fetch. We're looking at a pro athlete riding the waves here. The sea literally called him. And, you know, one simply must follow one's destiny. Absolute gold medal material right there, for sure.
Now, check out this contrast. Over on the left, we've got the king of chill claiming his throne. He's just sitting there in the shallows, absolutely refusing to leave the sea, totally relaxed, probably thinking, oh yes, please bring me a tiny umbrella drink. And on the right, the exact opposite. A dog diving like it's the actual Olympics, going for those gold medals, leaping like a majestic dolphin straight into the waves. It's literally two totally different pups having two completely hilarious reactions to the exact same beach.
Grab your popcorn, folks. Chapter 2, The Ocean Comic Strip.
So, this is our interactive frame-by-frame narrative of a pup encountering the mysteries of the beach. Just imagine the dramatic music swelling in the background right now. Here in panel 1, a very cautious, very tiny pup slowly approaches this giant, bubbling, roaring sea. The water's moving. It's incredibly loud. The pup stops. He sniffs the sea foam. He's probably thinking, is it supposed to be this loud? It kind of smells like fish and salt. He looks deeply, deeply concerned about this massive blue bathtub. So, what do you think he's thinking?
Excuse me? Are you absolutely sure this water is sanitary? Because my paws are getting entirely too damp. I mean, he looks like he literally wants to speak to the ocean's manager. It's the ultimate nervous pup reaction, right? Questioning the hygiene of the entire ocean before dipping even a single little toe in. But wait, the plot thickens in panel 2. The pup decides the water might be okay, but then he meets a local beach resident. Yep, a tiny clawed crustacean just scuttling across the sand. The pup leans in to say a polite hello and immediately gets completely rejected and totally spooked. What does our dramatic little pup shout as he runs away for his life? Guess it right now.
I'm done. I'm done with you. I am so done with you. Seriously, that is the face of a dog who had his perfectly friendly greeting totally ignored by a tiny sea creature and has decided, yep, the entire beach is officially canceled for the day. He is fleeing the scene of that awkward encounter as fast as he can. And the reason he ran? Oh, it was the legendary crab side-eye. This is the absolute ultimate look of harsh judgment given to a dog by a tiny crustacean. The crab just slowly raises one little eye stalk and just stares. I honestly have to say, this is absolutely the funniest specific reaction we've seen on our whole beach adventure today. A big dog terrified by the side eye of a tiny little crab. You can't make this stuff up.
Get your buzzers ready. Chapter 3, Guess the Puppy Punchline.
Let's bring back that rapid-fire pop quiz energy. I want you to get ready to shout out your best and absolutely funniest guesses for these internal dog monologues. Okay, here's your next puzzle. We have a very fancy, extremely sophisticated pup looking at the sea foam rolling right onto the sand. Now to us humans, they're just ocean bubbles. But to a dog with, highly refined tastes, what does he call them? Come on, shout out your best fancy guess.
He calls it Michelin-starred aqua cuisine. Oh yes, absolutely only the finest for this pup. And, this brilliantly illustrates a dog's hilariously refined palate. We just think it's salty foam. But to them, it's a 5-star dining experience delivered right to their little paws.
All right, next question on the board. Look at this dog absolutely losing his mind with joy in the shallow water. He doesn't even want his tennis ball anymore. I mean, who needs store-bought toys when nature installed a… What? What did nature install just for this dog? Guess it loud and proud.
A sprinkler show. That's exactly right. Who needs toys when nature installed the sprinkler show? It is just amazing how easily excited these pups get over a simple splash of water. To them, the ocean is literally just the world's biggest, most exciting sprinkler system ever invented.
You see, dogs actually have a very busy, very funny schedule when they visit the beach. Check this out. At 8 a.m., they're digging holes, they're sprinting, and honestly, they're way more productive before breakfast than I am all week. Then, by 1 p.m., they're just staring at you, practically vibrating, waiting for the green light to go absolutely wild again. And by 5 p.m., just look at that dog sprinting away. That right there is the exact look of someone escaping all their responsibilities on a Friday afternoon.
And hey, speaking of that 8 a.m. productivity, just look at the sheer speed of those paws digging in the wet sand. Honestly, after seeing this, sand shovel manufacturers are just going to have to cry their eyes out. Human tools simply cannot compete with a highly motivated terrier who is literally trying to dig his way to the center of the earth.
And what exactly happens when you combine all that frantic digging with wet fur? Well, you get this absolute masterpiece. This pup rolled around until he was entirely covered in wet sand, completely unbothered by it all, just thinking, they told me I could be anything, so I became a floof tattoo. It's a permanent, well, at least until bath time, work of sandy art. So, the crucial point here is Chapter 4, the ultimate beach loot.
Because all this splashing, digging, and dodging grumpy crabs has to lead somewhere, right? Let's tally up the grand finale treasures our furry friends managed to collect on their big adventure today. 12. Just think about that number for a second. Not 1, not 2, but literally 12 of these items were proudly carried back up the beach by a very, very determined pup. Any guesses what they were?
Here it is, the final inventory screen straight out of a video game. Current loot for the day. 12 rocks, because apparently regular sticks just aren't heavy or challenging enough, 3 seaweed trophies worn like, slimy green necklaces, and the absolute ultimate rarest prize of all, 1 crab side-eye. I mean, you really can't put a price on surviving the harsh judgment of a tiny crab, can you?
And that brings us to our big social hack for the day, the Puppy Joke Challenge. I'm officially issuing a friendly challenge to you right now. Take one of these internal dog monologues we went over, whether it's the Michelin-starred aqua cuisine guy or the sanitary water pup, and perform it for a friend or family member today. Share the laughs, definitely share those silly voices, and spread that playground joke master energy around.
Which leaves us with one final, incredibly important question. Will you ride the wave with us for more heartwarming moments next time? What other completely hilarious adventures are waiting inside the minds of our furry best friends? I really want you to think about that the next time you see a dog staring deeply into the ocean. Until our next adventure, stay curious, keep guessing, and please, whatever you do, don't forget to watch out for the crab's side-eye.